Here with the Lord of the Smoke.
What's up, man?
What up, Jay? See, you got the Scully on.
It's cool as
Weather
shit.
them broke.
Yeah, it's cool as shit.
What's good with you?
I'm chilling, man. It's Tuesday. We just, getting it in. Everybody coming off the New Year's shit. You know, everybody want to get back to it. Some dudes ain't never stopped, but we here getting it in.
Okay. Yo, I seen in the comment section you had dudes trying to troll you about Bastie Samir.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's your only stoppage loss in your career?
Yeah, like real stoppage. Yeah. When I was fighting at heavyweight, Sterling, I stopped that fight because my back was hurting after the second round, so I stopped that fight. Bastie Samir, he never knocked me down, but he caught me with a crazy uppercut in the first round in my left eye, probably after 2 minutes of the round. Caught me with a crazy uppercut. I stumbled. I remember he jumped at me. He tried to hit me with a right hand. I rolled the right hand, hit him with a hook, and I hit him with 2 more hooks because he was squared up, standing in front of me trying to rip at me, but I wouldn't let him get me. Then when I went to circle out, he circled out with me. He cut the ring off pretty good, and then he ran like a shoe shine drill. The referee stopped the fight. I never went down in that fight, though. But he did hit me with a great shot. That was a great shot because later on, my eye had swelled up or whatever. But when I got back to Philly, I went to the hospital. They told me that I had blood in my eye. So they thought that it was a retina tear. Thought it was a retina tear at first. And then they kept looking. I went to see a couple doctors, and they was like, nah, you just got blood in your eye. You know what I mean? But just be careful, whatever. So that was probably the biggest injury and, one of the toughest losses I ever took because I never been stopped by nobody. You know what I mean? So that was crazy. In the amateurs, I got stopped once, too. I did. The day I broke my virginity. You know what I mean? The amateurs.
Now
Frank Davis.
The Derek Starling fight, Derek Starling is what, 6'6", 300 pounds?
Yeah, he weighed in 6'6", 289.
And
I came in, I had my clothes on, I came in 204 with my clothes on.
And you 5'6", 5'7".
5'6", for sure. Yeah.
So, does that make you laugh when dudes try to troll you about the Bastie Samir fight?
Yeah.
They just looked on BoxRec and saw you got stopped and then just...
The crazy thing is, too, Bastie Samir later tested positive for steroids, too.
Now, you believed he was on steroids during the fight. Why was that?
Because, I never seen all right, I know I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm 160 pounds. He 160 pounds. But his 160 looked like 175. He looked big as shit. Me and my homie BJ that was with me, he was like, G, they gonna have to pay us some more money. I'm like, why you say that? Like, boy, big as shit. I'm looking at him like, yeah, he is big as shit. I mean, he was diesel. He had muscles everywhere. So we get on a scale. Me and this motherfucker weigh in the same thing. We both was 60, 61. I think I was 60 and a half, and he came in 61. I'm like, damn. I'm looking at him like, I don't know. So then we get in the ring, and it's the first time a motherfucker punching at me, and I can hear the punches. I'm like, yeah,
what you mean hear the punches?
You could the shit had sound to it. The shit was crazy. It was my first time fighting in California. It was at the Fantasy Springs Hotel and Casino. You know what I mean? The air was a little different, but I just remember him missing. One time he threw a hook, I slid under the hook. That shit was woo. He just had this sound to it. I'm like, the fuck? I ain't never heard no shit like that. And I was feeling good because I had got out there. We got out there on a Monday. So I was running. I mean, we didn't fight till I think Friday, Saturday. It was either Friday or Saturday night. And I was out there getting my miles in. I was running, jogging every day in Coachella and shit, trying to get acclimated and everything. I felt good. I felt real good. I felt sharp. You know what I mean? But that was the first time I heard motherfucking punches. And I'm like, something about this boy. Also, when he picked it up, it was he couldn't control his heart rate. After the fight, even when he was calling his name, he was breathing so hard he couldn't raise his hand. He was just still trying to catch his breath. So I'm like, what? That's like a crazy push. Your mind and your body will tell you to chill. For you to just go crazy like that to the point you can't breathe. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. And then the punches wasn't hard though. The uppercut that he caught me with was a real good uppercut. It was a perfectly timed uppercut. He did catch me with it. Caught me diving in with a right hand. That was cool. But the other shots he was throwing was sloppy and wild. And when we circled out and he cut me off and he ran the shoe shot, he was really just slapping. He wasn't throwing no knockout punches. He was slapping. And don't know, bro. I just felt it. I just felt like he was. Like he was strong. He was like heavy. Like that night, it's crazy because that night when he came into the fight, big as shit. Like he looked like he gained a lot more weight. I probably was like 67, 66. I ain't gained that much weight. But he looked like he was probably like 85, 90. He was big as shit. And he still was kind of quick though. He wasn't faster than me because I'm the lighter guy. I'm the naturally quicker guy. But I was still kind of impressed with his speed that night. I'm like, this motherfucker's still moving. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I circle out, like when I would make him miss and circle out, he'll be right there. Not right on my ass, but like you know what I mean? He'll be catching up like right behind me. I'm like, this motherfucker moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only really time me being stopped for real on record. Bro.
Did you agree with the stoppage?
No. But all right, so I didn't agree when that happened, but I agree now only because my eye, if the fight would have continued, my eye would have been worse. My eye would have been worse, and I ain't want, you know what I mean? Of course I ain't want to stop because of something like that, so, I mean, yeah, I agree now because, you know what I mean, my eye, it could have been a detached retina. Could have been a retina tear. So I'm like feeling better now, like, all right, I mean, that's just what happened. But it taught me something. You know what I mean? It taught me something, not to, if the shot ain't there, don't chase it. Because I was really just fucking around when he caught me. I threw a lead right hand, and I seen him kind of react, but it was like he was too slow. But then I really threw a right hand where I sat into it a little too much, and motherfucker followed up with that uppercut, caught me. You know what I mean? But life of a daredevil, what the fuck you gonna do? But as far as people commenting about that, it's like, come on, it's boxing.
A dude actually made a YouTube, a whole Google account.
Yeah.
Bastie Samir, stops Greg Hackett or whatever that shit is.
Yeah, but that's not like you gotta understand, right? Like, with anybody that understand life and what you go through in life and the things you see, if you think that bothers me, there's something wrong with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot more shit on my table and on my plate than worrying about a fight like that. Where's Bastie Samir now? You know what I mean?
He tested positive how many fights later?
Like 1 or 2 fights later. And now he back in Africa. No disrespect. I like Bastie Samir. Me and Bastie Samir talk sometime. Like once in a while, if I hit him up, he'll hit me up. You know what I mean? Cool dude. He was cool as shit. But if I would have worried about that, then it wouldn't be Greg Hackett, the coach. It wouldn't be Greg Hackett, the commentator or whatever you want to call it, the analyst. You know what I'm saying? If I would have worried about that, I had to keep it moving. You know what I mean? I learned a lesson from it.